The Salmonella outbreak is spreading its way across the nation with illnesses recorded now in 27 states. Those include some in the Heartland. Morgan Johnson is live in the studio now with more details.
Jeff, that's right. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says that 345 people have reported being sick with salmonella across 27 states. While Tennessee and Kentucky only account for a few cases, the Show Me State has recorded 7 people sick from salmonella, while the number in Illinois is much higher with 30. This is followed by the Taylor Farms lettuce recall just a month ago when officials made an effort to contain Cyclospora. These two epidemics have many wondering what safety measures need to be taken. Some experts encourage buying produce locally and staying on top of recalls, but there are a couple of easier steps to follow as well. Take a listen.
Washing your hands. That's an easy step, is making sure you wash your hands, and then avoiding cross-contamination when cooking. Avoiding cross-contamination meaning, don't put your uncooked meat near your ready-to-eat vegetables and fruits.
To stay on top of the salmonella outbreak, which includes a map of the states impacted, head on over to our website. Live in the studio, Morgan Johnson, Heartland News.